She didn't walk away from you because she's trying to teach you a lesson. She walked away from you because she finally learned her lesson. What up, beautiful people? Frahelisp here. I'm going to be talking about why she's finally done. So when a woman is finally done with a relationship, situationship, maybe marriage, whatever it is, mostly this is particular in relationships, it's because she found her peace and she found herself. She found out who she truly is. So for a lot of men, y'all be thinking that when a woman moves on to another man, or she jumps into another relationship, or she hops in bed with someone else, that she's trying to get over you. And nowadays, we're in modern times. It's different with us women, especially if she's high valued. When she moves on from you and she's finally done, she honestly found her peace. She finally realized that she needed to love herself more than she needed to love you. Now I'm gonna explain that a little bit further down the road. So watch the whole video so y'all men can understand why a woman finally moves on and what it takes for her breaking point to start mentally, emotionally leave y'all. So for a lot of us women, it takes us a lot of patience. It takes us a strong headspace to keep enduring and keep suffering and keep having so much heartbreak in the relationship. That pain is what changes us. Basically, heartbreak, suffering, when we gotta pray to God to give us strength, to give us courage, to pray our way out of a situation, because we know that we're so invested in this man. We know that we wasted so much time and we have this fear of missing out. We have this fear of letting another girl reaping the benefits of what we sowed into. But it's not even like that anymore, because once a woman has had enough and she exhausted all of her opportunities and options to be with you, to try to fix it, to try to make it work, and it's costing her her peace, where her mental health is declining, she's done. She ain't coming back. And right there, once her mental health is in danger, once her bank account is decreasing, once she's stressed out, she's gaining weight, probably losing weight, probably her relationships with her family, her friends is affecting her because she's so negative. She's in a toxic situation. Her hair's falling out because she got negative roots coming out of her head. That's when she really realizes that it's done. There's nothing that she can do. And it's because the more that she tried making it work with a lot of y'all, the more she was losing herself, the more she was losing her self-esteem. She was losing her confidence. The person that she was looking at in the mirror was not the person who she was. She lost herself. She lost her identity because she invested so much time into something that was never going to serve her. She knew it wasn't God's purpose to stay in that relationship anymore. Now, for a lot of y'all men who's watching this video and listening to me, y'all gotta understand that women nowadays is not like what y'all was probably used to or what y'all see back then. You know, a lot of our grandmas, maybe some of y'all mothers, maybe family from older generations, you know, they normalized toxic relationships. They stayed home, watched the kids, watching TV, maybe sit around in the couch, waiting for that phone call, waiting for that text, forcing a man to try to get it right. Women nowadays, we're not doing that. We're not forcing y'all to get in it right. We're not trying to train y'all into a boy to become a man. We're just not doing that anymore. Women nowadays are becoming bosses, entrepreneurs, influencers, investing time in their business, you know, leveling up their mindset, their knowledge. Women is not depending on other men to do it for her. So she's becoming more independent, where she's gaining a lot of knowledge, wisdom, experience, where she's seeing her value and she knows that she could do so much better, that everything that she wanted in that relationship that failed, she knows it's on the other side. But she's not rushed to jump into another relationship because all she cares about is loving herself first, investing into her business, providing stability for her kids. So basically, we're not just sitting around waiting for y'all to text, waiting for y'all to call. We doing us. We moving on. You know, there's bigger, better opportunities out there. And it's not like the old generation where we're just stuck, where we're depending on a man. And the reason why she gets to the point where she's no longer coming back is because y'all gotta understand, for a lot of us, at least for me, When a woman decides that she wants to leave and she wants nothing to do with that relationship, maybe the person that she's with, is because most of the time, a lot of us, we mentally, emotionally check out of the relationship before we physically leave the relationship. When we know the relationship is no longer serving us, like I said earlier, when we exhaust every single option, whether that's counseling, maybe therapy, a lot of arguing, a lot of back and forth, a lot of unkept promises, a lot of failed attempts, a lot of failed inconsistencies, a lot of manipulation, maybe some gaslight throw in there, maybe a lot of betrayal, maybe some lies. Maybe she really wanted the relationship to work at one point where she was getting family involved, friends involved, outside forces, where she was getting legal assistance for therapy, trying to get communication on point. Maybe she really, really tried and she realized that she was pouring into a poison cup. She was giving her all. She was giving all her love, her loyalty. She was there. She was getting treated like a doormat and she was getting taken advantage of. Now, this is the mistakes that a lot of y'all men do. What y'all fail to realize is that woman that y'all embarrassing, y'all giving her a lot of disappointments, a lot of stress, a lot of depression. Y'all really think that she's always going to be there, that she's always going to hold it down, that she's just going to be one of those girls where she ain't going nowhere. And y'all sadly be mistaken. Not only that she realized she can do so much better, not only that she realizes that she could become worthy, she came to her senses that she was the whole package just at the wrong address. So when she's finally done, there was healing that had to be done. There was a lot of thinking, a lot of fighting her demons within herself, a lot of back and forth, whether she should stay, whether she should continue on with the relationship. Her thoughts changed. The way how she maneuvers in her day-to-day life changed. She started leveling up. She started healing. She started reading books. She started listening to podcasts. She started investing into herself. She started being around positive friends, positive family, where her friends and her family, they're actually seeing her laughing. They're seeing her smile. Her friends and her family is telling her, wow, I haven't seen you laugh like that. I haven't seen you smile like that in such a long time. Like, I love this new version of you. She upgraded who she was from the relationship. She outgrew the woman who she once was in that relationship because she leveled up. She upgraded. She's not the same anymore. She wants different. She wants better and she wants better things because she knows she can get better. And this is when a lot of men be like, oh, she switched up. She acting different. She's acting brand new. She didn't switch up. She just leveled up on you. She just physically, mentally, emotionally, maybe not even physically, maybe not even financially, but once she mentally, emotionally upgrade herself from who she was with you and who she was overall, and she became to the person of her highest element, of her highest potential, she's going to be so repulsed by you. She's going to be disgusted by you, and not just by you, but by herself. Because for a lot of us women, and if y'all watching my video, comment below. But once y'all break up with an ex and y'all walked away and y'all did the healing, y'all did the inner work, self-development, self-love process, most of y'all exes that y'all have feelings for, all those butterflies went away and all those butterflies turned into roaches. Meaning that she moved on because you're not her type anymore. Her tastes changed. Her mentality changed. Her perspective is what changed. She gained a new perspective once she got rid of you. And the reason why I say that is because when us women, we are in these toxic, emotional, bad relationships, we don't realize it until we are on the other side, that staying in something that was not serving us, it felt like we was carrying a heavy load. It felt like we was carrying dead weight and we was forcing it and we was trying to make it work, knowing it was never going to work. So she finally moved on because she's repulsed and she's disgusted that she stood longer than anticipated. She thought that red flags was going to be a change, was going to make a difference, but she came to the realization that red flags became regrets. And that's why a lot of people say, don't push real ones away, because most of the time they're not coming back. A lot of y'all men be like, oh, she's just going to stay there. Oh, she's just going to sit around. I could do her dirty. No, when we level up, when we mentally, emotionally mature, when we got people in our corner that wants good for us, that wants us to do better, when we see our friends and family leveling up in their relationships, they're happy, they're prospering, we're going to want the same thing. We're not going to just sit around crying all day, waiting on the phone for you to text us, waiting on the phone for you to call us. That's when it gets to a point when a woman is finally going to be done. Because once she gets to that point, I'm telling you, she's mentally, emotionally checked out. She's probably physically still there because she's just waiting for one move, like one more wrong move. And she's like, that's it. That's it. That's the icing on the cake. That's how I know I got to do better. That gives her validation that the more you keep messing up is a constant reminder and confirmation that she knows she's blocking her blessings. So when she walks away, there's no way she's going to be coming back because she already proved to herself in her mind and in her heart that she wasn't the problem. Maybe there was things that she could have done here and there, but there's no regrets. She did everything that she can. She was basically losing herself in the process. She was losing her identity. So when she feels so much lighter that she got rid of the heavy load that was holding her back from her happiness, from her highest potential, maybe from her purpose, maybe from her success, maybe from reality that there is better people out there that can treat her right, that can match her energy, that can level up with her mentally and emotionally, she starts to think very clearly. And because she starts getting closer to God. And also, a lot of y'all men gotta understand, another reason why she's finally done is because she tapped into her feminine energy. She listens to her discernment. She also tapped into her intuition, where she realizes that you was a lesson learned and it's never going to happen again with the next person. She gained the lessons, she gained the knowledge, she gained the wisdom. She learned from her experience that this is a constant reminder and an emotional trigger that I don't ever want to be with this type of person or human being in my life. And the saddest thing is your ops, your enemies, your friends to men, be telling her she deserves better. A lot of your ops be telling her that she's a high-valued woman. Why does she settle with that? Why does she settle with you? You know, this is another reason why she finally moves on, because she knows in her heart and in her soul that there's someone else on the other side of that curse that is waiting for her, that is praying for her, that will kiss the ground that she walks on, that will put her into a pedestal, that will give her the proper love, take care of her peace of mind, take care of her heart. So once she realizes that you are so replaceable and that she could find you anywhere, and her ex was for everybody. So all those sleepless nights, praying to God, tapping into her feminine energy, listening to her discernment, leveling up, upgrading. She doesn't feel like when she's with you, she's talking to a wall. She doesn't feel like she's alone while being with you. You know, if she felt like she was alone being with you, most of the time that'd be the case. She might as well just be alone being single and actually have peace, actually go to bed happy, actually have a clear mind, actually have some type of stability in her mental, emotional well-being. And that's what changes her. That pain, the experience, the lesson is what changed her. It's what made her different. It's what made her carry on differently into her highest potential. It molded her to be better, to be wiser, to think different, to attract better. And she's not going to take that L. She's not going to take that loss again. So if y'all like more content like this, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back for more videos.